Alright, Akane's descendant has arrived, so let's begin. And once again, breeding dogs. Here's the starter, Houndrazer Kika, in which we go to the grade 1 with K power, Houndrazer Izumi, which has the skill of auto. When rolled upon by Hakuran, the grade 2, look at top 7 cards of your deck for one high beast from among them, call it to rearguard, of course, shuffle your deck. Typical grade 1 setup, with the second skill of auto rearguard. When this card is boosted by high beast, this card gets plus 2k power. So playstyle wise, basically the humans in the front, high beast in the back, so they could be act as support, but you're not going to use it for the rearguard skill, in which we go to the grade 2 with 10k power, Houndrazer Hakuran, which has a skill of auto. When rolled upon by Aoi, the grade 3, look at top 7 cards of your deck to choose up to one Houndrazer from among them, reveal it, put it in your hand, of course you have your deck. But if you fail to reveal a card, call this to rearguard and soul charge 1. Comparing to the grade 1, at least you get something regardless. In which it has an active rearguard skill now, where auto rearguard, when this card is boosted by high beast, choose a high beast normal unit from drop zone and put it to the bottom of the deck. Very useful recycling, especially Saragon, because Saragon retires itself, so you could actually constantly recycle those. But still might not run more than one of these just because it's mainly for ride deck. In which we go to the grade 3 with 13 power, Houndrazer Aoi, which has a skill, Count Vanguard. All your back row higher beast units get plus 5k power and active on your opponent's turn as well. Big power doggy boosters. In which the second skill is Act Vanguard once per turn, cost Soul Blast 2, search your deck for up to one high beast and call it to rearguard. And here's what I mean about recycling Saragon. In which the third skill is Act Vanguard once per turn, cost Card Blast 1, choose one of your grade 1 or less high beast back row center rearguard. Into the end turn, it can attack from the back row and it gets this skill into the end turn. At the end of battle, this unit attack, stand this unit, but it cannot attack for the rest of the turn. This is so you can attack with it and then just boost the Vanguard with it. And then, if your opponent's at least at grade 3, the unit also gets to perform drive checks for its attack. Once again, rearguard with drive checks, this time on the center back row column. That can also act as a booster as well. There's really not much to say about this one. It could just sustain itself, superior call, give extra power, and also it has an inherent multi-attack with the 4th attack on the back row. And it's also nice that I could give it drive checks, giving it extra pressure attack on top. Overall, not too bad on its own, but everything else really depends on its high beast support. And knowing Cater has a lot of high beasts, although not a lot of them are very good. In which we go to the main high beast for the deck, Ragion, which is a grade 1 with K power in the skill list. If you have at least a grade 3 Vanguard Houndrazer, it gets all the following abilities. Count backward center rearguard. During the battle this unit attack, when your opponent would guard cards with their hand, they must use 2 or more at the same time. Once again, a battle door effect. And so far, this is the only good card to put in the back center column with Aoi, along with maybe a few others, but this is clearly the best option at the moment as a finisher. But the second skill is Count Guardian. This card gets plus shield plus 5k. Not much to say here, just mainly as a finisher option for Aoi. But the useful one is Magion, which is grade 1 with 8k power in the skill list. Auto when placed on rearguard while your Vanguard is Houndrazer, you can either soul charge 1 or energy charge 1. Nice resource engine here, in which the second skill is Count back row rearguard. If your Vanguard is Houndrazer, plus 5k, but if it's in the back row center column, and your Vanguard is at least grade 3, plus 10k instead. Yay, extra big power attack. In the early game, it actually might be very helpful, because what good is a guard restrict in the early game, but also has its uses for resources, so it's better than nothing so far. And then we go to Houndrazer Mishiro, which is a grade 2 with 10k power in the skill list. Auto when placed on rearguard, if your Vanguard is Houndrazer, cost Count Blast 1, look at top 7 cards of your deck for up to one grade 1 or less high beast from among them, and call it to rearguard. Of course, shuffle your deck. If you did not call, card charge 1. So basically, it's a consistency caller, but if you miss, you get to refund the Counter Blast. Really wish more cards do this, but it is a nice option for you to get some consistency for what you need. But anyway, second skill, Auto Rearguard. Once per turn, when this card attacks while being boosted by high beast, you may soul charge 1, and if your opponent's Vanguard is at least grade 3, while you have at least 2 high beasts in the back row, this card gets us 10k. Overall, not too bad, basically consistency searcher along with being a big attacker, but if you have enough boosters basically. Overall, it's just a must run just because it's your consistency card. Finally, Houndrazer Senshin, which is grade 3 with 13 power in the skill list. Count from a rearguard. All your high beast units get the ability to intercept from the back row. This is of course pretty nice since pretty much all your high beasts that you're going to be running is grade 1 or less, so they're going to be in the back row anyway. But the second skill makes it even better, where auto rearguard. Once per turn, when this card attacks while being boosted by high beast and your Vanguard is Houndrazer, this card gets us 5k power, and if your opponent's Vanguard is at least grade 3, cost energy plus 3, crit plus 1 to the end of battle. So basically, gives your high beast intercept and some back row presence for defense, while also being basically an attacker. And a good pressure attacker too, because it gets extra crit, while the deck doesn't even use energy, so just good energy usage here. I say this is a must run for the deck. Too bad there's no way to superior call this, but it is a good offense attacker and also gives you some defensive option with the high beast. So that's it for these reveals on the new Houndrazer ride line. What do you guys think of it? Overall, it's a pretty cool concept, bringing back Akane's old style of superior calling high beasts. It would be funny if it decided to awaken a dragon as well, like Soul Saver, since that's what Akane used to be meant for, but overall cool concept that brings a bunch of dogs for your offensive plays. And hopefully Saragon doesn't get too expensive. But in that's it for this, and see you all next time.